Hey guys, welcome to Assetto Corsa. I've been waiting for this simulator for the last 2 years, roughly 2 years. Just look at that car. Doesn't it look incredible? Look at just the detail, it's just incredible. You can even, to give you an idea as well, if you look at the rim there on the front left wheel, you can see the brake caliper, which is an actual brake caliper, it's not a texture. See the brake rotor as well. So this sim's incredible. I've been driving it now for 2 days, and yeah, that's just one word for it: incredible. Drives really well, very realistic. It's drawing from some inspiration of Car Pro. So. This car here, the Formula Abarth, very similar to the Formula Renault car of Car Pro. So it has similar chassis, similar engine power output. So yeah, I'll just give you a quick rundown of the performance figures of this car. So this car has 198 horsepower. Although by single-seater standards or high-powered single-seaters, it's kind of little, this car is very, very light. So it's only 455 kilograms. So you're getting a power-to-weight ratio almost double the engine power. So I mean, you're getting about what 396, even a bit more than that. That's considering if the car weighs 500 kilograms, but it weighs 50 or 45 kilograms less than that as well. So I'd say around the 400 horsepower power to weight ratio, which is quite good. That's a lot better than a lot of supercars these days. Yeah, it has 230 Newton meters of torque. So yeah, it's a good engine. It's a Fiat powered engine, so yeah, but I mean, Fiat wanted to make some good engines, so this car is definitely very, very good, very fast. In terms of where it's kind of situated in terms of the single-seater chart, I would say it's a mid-range single-seater. It's not up there with, say, a Formula 3 car, but it would definitely be faster than, say, a Formula Ford car, so or a low-powered single seater. So yeah, I mean, it's a fun car to drive, very responsive, very stable, so it's easy to drive consistently. Excellent car, and let's have a look at inside the cockpit, I think. So see the external view of the car now, see what it looks like. So go have a quick look in the cockpit. So the first thing you'll notice, it uses a shaped steering wheel. It's kind of used in more commonly used with more higher powered single seaters, you could say. So yeah, so it's a sequential shift. You can see down here on the bottom right, that's the sequential gear shifter. You can see the belts there as well. Yeah, 6-point harness. Very basic. There's a much things you can adjust on the car. Say as a Formula 1 car steering wheel. The main idea behind a car like this is to highlight raw driver ability rather than just electronics, how advanced the car is to make it faster and faster. No, this car is very much bare bones, very simple. Just if you want to go faster, it's just a case of the driver has to improve his driving. That's primarily it. So we have a few different switches here and there. So there's an ignition switch on the left, for the rain light, start engine, obviously a fire extinguisher in case of worst case scenario where the engine goes on fire. That won't be happening today. So yeah, so this is Assetto Corsa. So I'll be leaving now just for a moment, and I'll see you once I've got this car on track. So I'll see you in a moment. Hey guys, so I'm back. We're back now on the circuit. So I'm driving today at Imola. So I really enjoy this track. It's high speed and it's good fun to drive. So yeah, so I'll be doing say 3 to 5 laps with this car. Hopefully setting a personal best within those 3 to 5 laps. So this car does about 1 minute 45, 1 minute 46 around Imola. So I managed to, another car I was driving in Assetto Corsa was the BMW M3 GD2, and that car could get a 144 too, so it's faster than this Formula Abarth, but it does have a lot more power. So since this is a high-speed circuit, its engine power does better. So yeah, so this is the Formula Abarth. I'll be driving in Imola in Assetto Corsa, so let's get to it. Just look left here, anything coming out of the pits or coming down the road? No, nothing's coming down the road because I'm the only guy on the circuit. So going through the first chicane, Tamburello chicane here. Coming up to turn 5, or turn 4, sorry, to turn 6. Which is, so you kind of go fast in turn 5 into turn 6, and then there's a turn 7, it's just a sort of a tightish hairpin. It's not that tight actually, it's kind of a bit more open. And then you come up to turn 8 here, you just a light dab on the brakes down to 4th gear, and then just go hard on the power again, but there's very little grip on the runoff there, so it's important to keep the car as straight as possible. Come through turn 9, 10. So come up to the chicane here, very tight chicane, turns 11 and 12. Down to 2nd gear. Although I'd like to kind of clip the gold part of the curb, the car just flies, so it's I guess the car very much unstable. So now come up to turn 13, just a tight left-hander, which leads into turn 14, which is a slightly faster left-hander. Back onto the start-finish straight for, I guess it's turn 15, but it's not really a corner, it's just a small right kink in the road. So here we go to start my run. So you can brake about around the 50 marker board for this, for the first part of Tamburello. So probably brake later again, but it's just a matter of getting used to the car and its capabilities. So yeah, here I'd say I can take turn 4 almost. I think I can take it flat. Yeah, I can. I have to kind of make sure I brake in time for turn 6 or turn 5. It's kind of hard to keep track while you're driving. So if you have Tamburello, that's 3 corners, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. So this is turn 7 here, so turn 8, turn 9. That corner is always tricky to try and get right because you're kind of turning and you're braking at the same time. Not back to the tight chicane again, so you can brake at the 50 here. Clip the curbs. Watch the little amount of grip going into that, going off onto the runoff. To this corner here, brake at the 50. The car is sort of hopping a little bit. You can see it, you can hear the engine going boom, 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 just sort of slight variations in the revs. So let's see what lap time is this. 1:46.4, about 0.6 off my personal best, so or 7, so try and push a little harder. Oh, yeah, I got greedy. I get punished with a penalty. Ah well, so next lap. So to give you an idea of the kind of cars that are available, I'd like to mention actually that this isn't a final version of Assetto Corsa. This is a Steam early access version, so it's can be considered a beta build. So yeah, but it's so far some of the cars feel good, others not so much. A car in particular that doesn't feel realistic to drive is the Lotus 49, which is a 1967 Grand Prix car, or you could consider a Formula 1 car. So it's very much too stable, too grippy. So I'm not so sure how authentic that is. But yeah, I've driven a few different cars in this beta build. I haven't driven all the cars yet, or all the circuits. But I have driven a few of the cars. So this is the Formula Abarth, which I've spent probably the most time driving, since I'm very much a guy who likes single-seaters. Oh, that was close. So yeah, I kind of primarily drive single-seaters. But yeah, other cars I've driven is the BMW M3 E30. Classic car, very popular. I didn't really drive that for racing. I was more trying to drift it really, and it does drift well. And its newer brother, the M3 E92. So tried to drift that as well around Vallelunga. So yeah, that's fun. That car's fun to drive. And then in terms of just circuit speed runs, I also driven the Ferrari 458. That car is really nice to drive. Feels really good, and very fast indeed. And as well as I've driven the Lotus Elise. So yeah, I've driven that for a little bit as well. That's fun to drive. It's not too much power, but it's an interesting car to drive. It has a very unique handling characteristics compared to other cars. So yeah, so those are the cars I've driven. I've also driven the BMW M3 GT2, as I previously mentioned, around Imola here. So I was trying to see if I can break the lap time I set with it with this Formula Abarth, but I think there's just, although the Formula Abarth can probably corner faster than the M3 GT2 down this long straight here and other long straights, the M3 just has more power, so it has more power, it just goes faster. So this is a high-speed circuit in general, so a bit of engine power does go a long way. So I won't lose hope. I'll constantly try to see if I can beat the 1:44.2 with the Formula Abarth. So yeah, felt good about that corner. But the setup needs a bit of adjustment here. I think the power setting of the differential is a bit too loose, so the inside wheel is sort of spinning a little bit as I'm coming out of the corners, which means there's wasted propulsion. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. That if you're not straight as you're coming onto the Astro turf, the car is going to skid all over the place. Funnily enough, though, I'm still faster than my personal best with that huge mistake. So, yeah, let's see how fast I can go. I'll probably do one more lap after this, and then that'll be the end of this video. So roughly I can hit about 227 down the end of the straight. The rated speed for the car is 230 kilometers per hour. So yeah, it's not rocket fast like other higher power single seaters, but it's quite fast. So that went well, I think. Tamburello. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just went too much on the inside curb, and the car went two-wheeling, and just threw me off big time. Cost me 10 seconds. So, I know I said this would be my last sort of lap for the video, but I'd like to do one more. So, I'd like to get a good, solid, fast lap in. So, yeah. So here we go. I'm going to try and aim to beat my personal best, which is a 1:45.752. So I reckon I can get a 1:45.5 because that 1:45.752, there's a couple of mistakes here and there. So I could have not used any more track after that. I just used everything. So I'm a little bit down on the first sector, but that's okay. Oh, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it at all. So excuse me, there'll be one more lap after this. And it either happens or it doesn't happen, so bear with me. So here I can just give you an idea. I take this corner flat, brake down to second, go hard on the power again as I'm sort of going towards the outside curb. Here I brake at the 50 marker board down to second. So there we go, flip the inside curb, second curb, off onto the runoff. Then for this next corner here, I go from the left side, go towards the right, get a good line, brake at the 50, shift down quick to get some engine braking, then lift a bit here onto the start-finish straight. So actually this circuit, the layout I'm used to, there's a chicane before you hit the start-finish straight, but this layout is just a straight run towards the start-finish straight. So yeah. Here we go. So yeah, this will definitely be a 145, but I was 5/10 up there on the second sector, so I don't know if I still have those 5/10. Lost a few tenths, so yeah, I'll give it one more lap just to So hopefully this will be a personal best. Yeah, it's a personal best, but there's about a tenth and a half, but I think that'll be enough for now. So yeah, this is Assetto Corsa. This has been the Formula Abarth around Imola. So I will be doing other videos with other cars. So yeah, so there will be a video definitely with the Ferrari 458. Great fun to drive that car. And also perhaps I'll try and see about a drifting video with one of the BMWs. So that'll be good as well. So thanks for watching. I hope I didn't bore you much with my commentary. Yeah, so I'll see you in my next video.